G'day guys, this is Shadow back again. We're doing day 3 of the Curse City. So to be honest, I went back last night because I was a bit bored, and I went through some of the bosses and discovered that I was being way too cautious. The bosses just, for the characters that I have, for the green stage at least, the bosses just are not as scary as I thought they would be. So I went back through and well, did a discussion on Discord, but mostly just playing around looking at the other global turn counts. So I've gone through and I've redone some of the bosses, and as you can see, one character. So I used Rat, come through 14 turns to take out the Ice Golem and the Dragon. Came through with that's not the team I used. Um, Using three characters to take out the Frostbiter and the other dragon. Um, and yeah, the turn counts are pretty straightforward, as you see, 15. So this so far has not been as scary as I was expecting it to be. And again, came in here 8 turns. Someone else in my clan beat me to it. But yeah, so the duo bosses in 8 turns just sort of lets you know it really is not as bad so far. I'll be very clear there, so far, as what it could have been. And also went back through some of these other ones, got them done in like 7 turns. Um, Other ones realized I could just solo them 4 turns with a monkey. Um, and yeah, this Stultus, my ultimate Doom Tower normal uh, champion, he just goes through and 3 to 4 turns can clear almost every normal wave, well, floor, I should say. And as you can see here, 4 turns to go through these things. So I went back through after being extremely cautious on day 2 and day 1, to be honest, and redid. Now, as you can see, I haven't started day 3 yet, so 16 turns, sorry, 16 floors or stages, and only 123 turns. So it's relatively relatively easy so far, as long as you have the characters. Now, what I'm going to do is try to move into the other stage. I'll come back and clear the rest of this later because I like to be a sort of completionist. Now, this one is possibly going to be the hardest one so far on the green stage. Um, you have to kill the baby spiders, not the mother. That is your focus for this. And with the available characters, I haven't, to be honest, even looked. Um, so bear with me as we go through. We need some AoE nukers of some form or another. So let's see what I have available. It's always good to do this live because, hey, why not? Saves you having to record it 3 or 4 times. So what I might do is I might bring in some bomb champs, and let's do this with, excuse the itchy nose. Let's do this with yeah. So use hex. So use hex to try and do more damage. I've got some poisons going on there. Got some bombs. There's no rattle out in this one. I could possibly drop out Gaius and put in. Yeah, let's just give it a go. Again, I'm playing quite cautious first time through, so let's use Ray and just bombs from Lord Shaz, and let's give it a go. See what happens. First time through, it's probably not going to be the best, but at least you get to see the lack of thought process that goes into it, and I mean that, the lack of. So let's get that all out there. Try and see what we can do. Now, Ray does more damage the more debuffs are on the enemy. So, boom. Yeah, okay. So, it's not disappointing. This is as easy as all the other ones so far. Um, really is not even the challenge worth thinking about that I thought it was going to be. Um, Apologies to anyone else that does find this difficult, because for the characters that I've just put on here, I could probably get this done in a fraction of the turns that I've just taken. In fact, I'd probably just drop some of these characters because I don't need them. Um, so yeah, that's 9 turns. So let's, just for argument's sake, let's drop Lord Shaz because he didn't do an awful lot. Um, and I don't even think I need anyone else in his place. So I could put in a AoE nuker like Skullcrown, or I could, because this boss looks so easy, I could just chuck in a Cold Heart. And let's have a look. Let's see what it does. Cold Heart away. Okay, so pop all those down. Get the reduced defense and weaken out there just to increase the damage. Get the Hex out there to spread the damage. And then let's smack them with Ray. There's 70% of the boss's life. Hit him with the Cold Heart. Okay, see, Cold Heart does 10% max damage, and obviously this boss is, like other Tainted ones, limits that damage, so was not a good choice. Pretty much bring anyone else, when the bosses can do 10%, but they're soft, you bring anyone else that can just hit hard, and they will hit more than Cold Heart or anyone else that does 10% of the boss's damage. So yeah, see, I'm just being pedantic here. Let's try and see. Are there any nukers available? My Ral, however you want to pronounce it, is not built properly. I've only just recently taken him to 60, so he does not smack the way he should. But let's just see. I'm trying to get down less than 9 turns, and then we'll move on, because yes, I won't have you guys all sit through this one boss over and over. Enough is enough. So let's just see if I can get it under 9 turns, and then we can call it a day. So bang, down to that. Now again, because they don't use him, attacks all enemies, places, already got Hex out there. So let's just smack the boss, and it didn't really do an awful lot. As I said, I haven't built him properly. So let's just bring that out there. I probably could have put another Hex out there, to be honest. Smack it, and we're going to be over 9 turns, so I've gone backwards. Not the best. Bang. No, we're still 9 turns. Okay, moving on. Sorry, guys. Let's go back to the map. Now, where are we now? Let's see what we can attack. So we have limited options as always. Do I have anyone that can just solo this? Now that I know how soft these stages are, but we're now in a new area. So, shall we just see? Let's just bring these 3 in. And we'll see what we can do. Now, my Nut, however you want to pronounce him, he doesn't really hit hard on anyone but a boss. So I haven't built him with high critical damage, and so with his normal attacks, he's pretty useless, to be honest. Put him against a boss, and he's one of the best characters on my account. Now, yeah, I don't look like I've picked the best team, to be honest, but we'll get there. Let's just get through that. So if I had a full team here, there's a good chance that we could have gone through this in about 10 turns. I'll show you what I mean with Nut boss hitting against just a normal enemy. Not the best, and no fire available, so I'll just poison them. And yeah, this is what happens when you do these things live. And I got feared. Awesome. But yeah, there's no real chance of failing yet. Even with just a 3-man team, you can see it's pretty straightforward. Um, I will not run through that sort of team again, though, on these new ones. I think I would increase everything. So let's give it a go. Anyway, moving forwards. Moving forwards. Let's keep this interesting. So on we go. Which direction shall we go? Shall we try? Oh, in fact, I've got no choice. I've got to follow this curve around. So what have we got now? Right. Okay. We may end up going to the other island because this island looks to be not overly friendly to my options. There's that guy. Remove Timid. I haven't even got any clothing on him at all. In fact, most of these guys are Starkers. So yeah, so I think this is where this run ends. Um, great. So let's continue. Let's put it on auto because yes, this is not panning out as easy as I thought it'd be. Yeah, nasty. So really, all I've got here is Artak doing a little bit of damage, and he really doesn't do damage outside of burns for the boss. And these guys here are putting up block buffs, debuffs, and there goes his burn power, the healing, and all I've really got is Artek and some buffers. So yes, this is not the island for me. I think we'll go the other direction. Um, Maybe even clear off. How about we clear off the rest of the island because this is not looking good. And down. I might have to rethink this and come back later because that's not happening. So let's get out of here. I just don't have those characters. So there we go. This has now become more interesting. It's that's not a path I can go, and that's why we have some naked people on that team. So let's go back the other way and see what we can do. So I'm just going to clear off some of these while we're here, and we will see if this is as easy as it was appearing to be yesterday. Yep. So this still, yeah. So for all those that say monkey's no good, I beg to differ. I mean, there you go, 4 turns straight through. Yeah, the green area is much easier, shall we say, much easier than everywhere else. So let's just clear that off because I got a little bit scared, to be honest, of the other area. It did some damage to my confidence. Okay, so who have we got here? Maybe we can just go in with these. Yeah, just these two. Yeah. Awakening. Right, maybe not. Let's go in with those guys. It's good if you pay attention to the requirements. So let's go and straight through. Bang. Yes, so far this is not much of a problem either. So let's just keep pushing through. And away we go. So let's get out of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... So yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, to be honest. Not the smooth run through one desires when you're doing videos for the net, but that's what happens when you do things live. Okay, so day 4 tomorrow. Stay tuned. I will try and actually put together a more plausible team that will actually get through that stage. I did notice though that you can actually drop below and dodge that particular floor. So maybe I retry that island by just going around that particular level because I don't appear to have the chance for it. But yeah, bit of a confidence blow, shall we say, coming back to these easy ones. As you can see, it's pretty much like Doom Tower normal or easy, if you want to call it that. It's a big change, as soon as you go out of the green islands into this these other islands, it suddenly jumps up in difficulty, which is good. It's really good because otherwise it was going to be a bit of a joke, really, because the green island is pretty easy just to sort of cruise through, as you can see, going through here and clearing off the last few stages. I am by no means end game, and I'm free to play. So if I have characters that can do these between 3 and 6 turns per floor, then yeah, the Green Island is a very good introduction, but it's not a good indication of what these other islands are going to become, because yeah, that one trip down to the top island showed you that I don't necessarily have all the champions required to cruise through this as smoothly as I'd hope. And I think we're seeing that again here, so I might actually have to yeah, I might actually have to grab another champion to get through this one as well. I don't think I can be so cocky and just yeah, I don't think I can just push my way through with just a solo champ just for the low turn counts on these other islands. I'm going to have to actually select a team, see how well that team goes. But yes, total eye opener, as I think I said in the first vid for this new Curse City. I think as we progress through, we'll discover just some of the traps, shall we say, that Raid has put for us. And as you see there, that was an aborted effort. I think I'll just come in with not a full team yet, but 3 should do it. It didn't look that hard. I just wasn't ready with the correct skills when I got to the right areas just now, especially with the Valkyrie sitting there putting the counter attacks. So if I deal with Valkyrie with more characters, then it should be relatively easy. But yes, that was very unfortunate, shall we say, that that wasn't a smooth run through. I was hoping to deal with a few more bosses for the video today, and unfortunately that was not happening. So we'll just clear off some more of these lower levels. I think I've got 1 key left, and yeah, walk away with my tail between my legs, because that just didn't happen today. That was an aborted effort, shall we say, a failed attempt. So yes, some of these on this island seem to have a better selection of characters, or heroes, should I say. So they shouldn't be as difficult to push through, hopefully. So recommendations so far is, if you go to the top island, go through the bottom route. The middle route just after the spider does not seem to be an option, at least for my account. I just don't have those characters. This bottom island, or island to the right, it seems more compatible, shall we say, with the characters I do have so far, but I'm only a couple of stages into it, so time will tell tomorrow. Hopefully not a failed run tomorrow like it was today. I want to get in and have a try at some more of these bosses before too many other people clear them, because I want to be able to do it on my own back without actually sort of watching somebody else and copying what they've done. I want to effectively just try what I can come up with, see if I can do something unique with my own characters rather than just copying everybody else, because what's the point of doing that? If I manage to come across a combination that just works really well, then at least then I've got something to be proud about rather than just copying everybody else. I do that too much in Raid. I wait for other people to come up with the meta teams, and if I can copy them, I will, which is not the best way to make the game interesting. So there's a good thing here about this. You have multiple options of which path to take in this new Curse City. So you're not necessarily going to be attacking the same levels at the same time as everybody else. And if you're like me and you get a little bit scared from your first venture into the other islands, you go back and do the rest of the easy ones in the green area. And as you saw then, I still have not cleared any of the quests. So yeah, that's nothing's open down the bottom. I can't get that free energy, which would have been good because Dungeon Dive is still going for the Torment event, and I am about 1,000 points away with a day left, so I don't have an awful lot of gems. I don't really want to waste them all. But yeah, so I'll leave that with you guys here. I'll just go back and try and farm some lethal gear because I need to build some more characters, I think, to be able to progress through some of these stages in these other islands. Because yeah, that was kind of embarrassing, to be honest. So yeah, enough said. Enough said. I'll just leave you with this last run through of a Fae. Hopefully this doesn't fail as well. This is my full auto team, so hopefully no more egg on my face. Let's just leave you with something positive. Hopefully, one last run at Fae, and yeah, fingers crossed for tomorrow that the cursed city is a little bit more, or shall we say, a little bit less cursed for my account, and we can make some progress. Either way, there's a number of nice drops that you get from these minor levels anyway, so no one's going to complain about some free resources. So good, good, good. He says to himself, feeling really bad about the fail run today. But anyway, here we go. Tomorrow we shall attack some more bosses. And yeah, let's just see if Faye goes down to end with a positive note for the video. And looks like she will. And my whole team's standing. Better than the standalone Faye video I did the other day. I managed to get through this with my entire team standing. And useless resource drops. Okay. Best of luck for your Curse City runs tomorrow, guys. And today if you haven't done them yet. Okay. See ya. See you next time.